What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Blitz, and today we have Caught in the Library by TRU, also featuring Berto. I think I was supposed to react to a Berto video, but I think I forgot to. So I will react to one of his videos right after this. But make sure to go ahead, like, subscribe, share, turn on notifications, all that good stuff. And let's get right into it,
I've gotten in trouble hanging out with Jamal numerous times. The computers, and mine is working, but like...
I got something different for us to do.
I panicked and hit the power button on the monitor. Yo, it just doesn't fucking work! When you're a black kid going to a predominantly white school, it can make you feel kind of out of place. You will immediately try and find yourself a Tyrone or a Jaquarius. Me, I found my friend Jamal. In the 3rd grade, we were allowed 30 minutes of computer time before lunch. Now, most other kids were playing games like Electric Man or watching videos online, but me and Jamal, we usually sat next to each other having drawing contests on the computer, using nothing more than the mouse. But the drawing program that we used was nothing special. In fact, it only had like 4 fucking tools in total. The drawing tool, the erase tool, the coloring tool, and our favorite, the dynamite tool. But the reason that we loved using the dynamite tool is when you clicked it, this really cool animation of an explosion would happen and it would delete your entire drawing. And being little boys at this age, we obviously had a small piece of us that wanted to see the world burn, so we loved it, man. Like, destroying something after putting so much time into creating it, it sounds like a bad thing, but it's really fucking cool. So we would go down to the computer lab and do this every single day, but of course, being 2 boys, you can only do something so long before you're thinking, let's raise the stakes, right? Because when you're a kid, you think, if we're not risking getting in trouble, are we actually even having fun? So one day in class, he says to me,
Hey, yo, TRU, when we get to the computers, I got something different for us to do.
Okay, well, what is it?
Look, I can't tell you all that right now, man. The pale ones are listening.
That's what he called white people. So when we finished all of our classwork, by which I mean he cheated off me.
The pale ones is crazy. Nah.
The teacher took us down to the library, and the whole time I'm thinking, what the fuck does he have in store? Because I've gotten in trouble hanging out with Jamal numerous times, but I never stopped doing it because he was fun. And that's just about the only requirement it takes to be somebody's friend when you're a kid. So we go to the computers, and mine is working, but like, not really. Oh crap, I think I got one of the slow ones.
Never mind that. Bro, today, we're gonna draw this.
That's when he pulls out a magazine that he brought from his dad's stash. Now, don't get me wrong, it wasn't like a porn magazine or anything like that, but it was definitely more skin and more ass than I was used to seeing at that age. You're kidding, right? We can't draw that in the middle of the library.
They don't even be watching us the whole time. And if they do, we could just dynamite that shit, bro.
So he gets to drawing and I get to drawing, and me and my mouse are giving it to this girl. I am taking my sweet time on this picture. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, partially it's because my computer is just moving really fucking slow for some reason, but we're giving it to her all the same. I am accepting no excuses.
Crazy.
1, it's because I'm competitive, and 2, it's because we both agreed that whoever couldn't draw her the best is gay. Look, we were just kids. That's how we had competitions. Now, before you judge us too harshly, neither one of us had a problem with gay people. Think about it. You know how in movies when people say, oh, last one there is a rotten egg, and they just start running off to whatever destination they just set? Back then, black people were like, yo, last one to make it there is fucking gay. Like, I promise you, none of the black kids had a problem with gay people. But our parents and grandparents would push that on us so much whenever we did something that they didn't like, that we're like, okay, being gay clearly just means you're bad at something. Again, those were my thoughts then, not my thoughts now. So, I don't know, scroll Twitter and find someone else to cancel. He finishes his drawing. I didn't even want to see it at this point. I just wanted to keep working.
You ain't gotta make it perfect, man. Plus, we shouldn't even have this on our screen for too long.
Bro, if you're gay, just say that. So I do my finishing touches, and I look over at the librarian as she's getting up.
All right, hurry. Let me see.
Let me see yours too.
Damn.
Bro, are you kidding me? That ass you drew is amazing.
Yo, dynamite, the librarian's getting close.
All right, I got it. So instead of deleting it, my computer displays the circular loading icon. I keep clicking, but the computer just isn't responding. The librarian is walking right behind us, but thankfully she passes us. But the way that the computer lab is set up, I know for a fact that when she finishes what she's doing, she's gonna see my screen. But for now, she goes to some student behind us and is talking to them. All right, we're good. The loading screen finally stops. I take a deep breath, and I press the dynamite button again. Yo, it just doesn't fucking work!
Yo, seriously, she's right around the corner. Dynamite it!
Running out of options at this point, I just used the eraser tool, but the eraser tool itself only deletes certain parts of the drawing, so it was still very clear what I was up to. We're cooked, bro. I don't care what you say. I hear the librarian walking up behind us. I panicked and hit the power button on the monitor. Standing right behind us, she says,
"What are you guys doing?"
Doesn't even wait for a proper response. She just leans over me and turns on the monitor. And what does she say? Yep, you guessed it.
Gotcha, bitch.
She took me to her desk and laid into me, bro.
You're not using the computers for the rest of the year. This sets women back several decades.
I wonder what her opinion on OnlyFans would have been.
Oh.
Like, at least I wasn't charging money for my shit. She sent me back to class with an assignment. Take a sheet of paper from a notebook and write "Women deserve respect" on every single line of that paper. Seemed a little bit delusional / unrealistic to me, but you know, I just did it. Moral of the story. If I set women back several decades with what I drew, then OnlyFans models set women back to the age of fucking dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah. Alright, bro. That wasn't. Oh, hey, that was a new profile picture. That's crazy. Crazy. But yeah, you know what? That's kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. But what's good, YouTube? Busy Boy Blitz, and today we got growing up. Oh wait, I'm attaching this to another but true video. This is Growing Up Poor POV Nerd by but true. So let's get into it.
I was thinking about this the other day. Life is kind of like an RPG. No. Hear me out. Hear me out. It's like that thing that people have been doing lately where they call people NPCs. Now, at first, when I heard people saying this shit, I thought it was so stupid. Another one of those overused internet sayings that nobody fucking knows what it means by the time it's like the second month of people saying it. But think about it. NPCs are essentially talentless, and they're usually just put there to help players succeed. In the same way that some people have absolutely nothing to offer in a conversation, but they're kind of just put there to like add to the jokes of the more popular people, to laugh with the really funny people, or to just call the attractive people in the group attractive. You get it? Like whatever your primary stat is as a player, if you equip yourself with a lot of NPCs on your quest, they kind of just highlight all of your most powerful attributes. And once I started thinking about this, I'm like, okay, in what other aspects of life is this whole thing just an RPG? Then it came to me. Being broke. And when it comes to making food and you're broke, you gotta kind of think of it like an RPG. If you would like to craft some noodles, but you don't have a high enough water stat or a high enough heat stat, but you do have the noodles, then you're eating noodles without cooking them. Let's say you want to craft yourself a bowl of cereal, but that month in particular, you put all of your stats into keeping the lights on, meaning you could not afford the groceries DLC. Well then guess what, my guy? You're eating dry cereal. And every now and then you'll get really lucky with a loot box. Maybe you found yourself a bag of chips that you forgot you put in your bag a month ago. If you're done with that bag of chips, and you don't flip it inside out to eat the crumbs, you're not struggling, bro. You're just not. It's not even really your fault, dude. Don't take it personally. You started this game out on an account that just does not get high-level quest. You don't get high-level quest, you don't get high-level coin. So all the coins that you do get are just enough to essentially make sure you live to see next month, even if you're not living in a life of luxury. I personally tend to think of my build as a bandit class. I try to make money when I can and where I can, and wherever I see the most of it, that's where I keep making it. Some people are playing on mage classes. Mage classes get to be picky. All of their food has always been moist, and they've never had to flip a bag of chips inside out. Bandit classes are tanks. We can deal with a lot, but we don't deal a lot. While mage classes were born with enough magic to just throw at all their problems. And I don't think either build is necessarily evil, but when you are playing this RPG that we call life, just try and take into account exactly which build your friends are playing with. I wouldn't ask a mage to sleep on the floor, nor would I craft them dry noodles. In the same way that I hope they're not gonna ask me to blow 5,000 coin at a village.
Hey, that's facts. You don't expect me to do that shit if you know damn well I do not make them.
Don't take any of the stuff that I said wrong. You can eventually change the build that you're playing with, but you should keep in mind that it is going to take a lot of grinding.
Hey, Literally. He's not wrong about that. That was a nice little vid. Like that was a nice one. Like he literally gave a life lesson there. He's not wrong. Life is honestly a big fucking game that makes no goddamn sense at all. So yeah, that was Growing Up Poor from the Point of View of a Nerd by Ft.Berto. And I'm pretty sure this was attached to another Ft.Berto video. This is going to be attached to another Ft.Berto video. So, if you like both the original ones, then like this big video, subscribe, turn on the notifications, and share the video so other people know about us. With that being said, see y'all in the next one.
Diamonds, he hang from the back cave. Numbers 8 running my cash like a math game. I got the ring that we sharing the last name. She said the diamonds on cascade. She left her hand in them hoes, see the flashbang. I walk around with a black blade. Candles lit, why so dark? Cause it's black flame. You was running on a trip on the low. Change styles, but I